Most black women are undateable. And what you guys are about to see, is one of the many reasons why they are.
Welcome back to another episode of The Divide. Today, I want to talk about a fresh and fit video featuring a blue-haired black woman because I think it's the perfect launch pad for me to use to air out all the grievances that I've had, and I just didn't know how to put it all together. This scenario is the perfect example of one of the biggest problems Black women are faced with. But before I get into that, I want to play a little bit of their theme song because I love it. Let's take a listen. Okay, the first thing I'm going to address is what most Black men will say in a situation like this. This is why no one wants Black women. This is why most Black women are single AF. It's certainly not breaking news for anyone that Black people have been dating and marrying interracially for a very long time. So there's no need to use any excuses about Black women's behavior or attitude problems to prove why you don't want us. People are free to choose who they want to be with. There's no problem with that. In one of my previous episodes, I spoke about the magazine covers asking if non-Black women make better wives for Black men. And all that was occurring when Black people in general were well behaved and Black women specifically were highly feminine in shape and they knew how to carry themselves like ladies at all times. But back to the Black girl and the blue hair, Alexis, who I think is a more friendly version. Like she's a friendlier version of the stereotypical Black woman that everybody thinks of when they hear the words Black women. Listen, people in general nowadays have a really disgusting problem with over talking others and not allowing people to get, all their thoughts out. But I want us to take a look at this interaction with the blue-haired girl and let's talk after.
Another one.
My name is Alexis.
Oh, that's my real name.
Oh, for real? Wait, who said that?
Me?
Oh,
And it's her birthday, y'all.
girl, hey, happy birthday to me, October 26th.
Happy birthday.
You know, Scorpio season. It's truthful. He was like, as you deal with women, the further along the relationship progresses and the longer you know them, the worse you do or anything that they don't like that you do, they value you lower, as time goes. Mm-hmm. But women, you look at them and you see them as what they just, a bitch. You see them as what they are. And then as time goes, you look for plenty of reasons to say, oh, she's amazing. She does this. She's good. She's great. But we do the opposite. And I completely understand and agree with that.
All right. We can clearly see how Alexis is aware of what type of show she's on, and it appears as if she's trying to pander to the male folk on the show. I mean, this could not be a more perfect example of how the Black community operates. But she's aligning herself with the males by bigging them up and putting women down in the statement she just made. In my opinion, she's showing her allegiance to the males. In the Journal of Black Studies, they even say that Black women have a tendency to be more male defined, and that in our hearts, we believe that Black men need more support and understanding than we do as Black women. Let's see how quickly they're going to make her regret taking that stance in support of them.
I will. They love me. I'm submissive, but I talk my shit too.
No, you're not.
Stop playing. You know what's up, baby.
Did you notice what this dude was saying in the background? Unnecessarily, might I add?
I will. They love me. I'm submissive, but I talk my shit too.
No, you're not.
I'm glad Alexis took one on the proverbial chin and didn't get offended by dudes' unnecessary commentary. However, I also need you to realize how this dude is setting the tone for her and all the other Black women for that matter by letting her know that she's all on her own. And I think that may have fueled her to need to defend her points that much more. Stereotypes about black women are generally based in misogyny. It's also an attempt to limit our ability to assert ourselves. I don't agree with how Alexis is carrying herself at all, not one bit. But I would bet $1 billion that even if she acted perfectly, she still wouldn't be liked. Because there's too many people that just don't like black women, especially if she disagrees with or questions a non-black woman. It just is what it is.
Wait,
Let her talk real quick.
Hey,
Yeah.
Blue hair. Today's your birthday, so I'll go easy on you, right?
Yeah.
Stop fucking talking over people, okay?
I just feel like
And
nobody understands
control
what
your
I'm
impulse.
saying.
Don't cut me off. Control your impulse. Take a deep breath and let the girls finish talking. I warned you before the show.
Alexis was right. She felt that way because no one was even trying to understand what she was saying on the panel. I can understand why she probably felt so confused because she's on an RP show and she's in agreement with everything that Myron and Fresh should have picked up for themselves. But one, because of how she looks, and two, which is most important, it really should be number one, how she presented herself. No one was able to pick up what she was putting down. Someone under that video left a comment, "Hope Blue Hair sees this and can learn something from this. Your bad attitude, inability to control yourself, proudly displaying the black woman stereotype, etc., overpowered all of what you called out. Shame." I didn't even think she had a bad attitude, but I really thought that she was geeked because it was her birthday and she was overly excited, probably because she's on a popular podcast or something. But I'm going to skip ahead to the part where Alexis already had gotten kicked out.
25 years of bad habits caught up. That's all I have to say.
Ooh.
Just a little self-awareness. That's all. That's it.
And then Ari,
All right.
go ahead. I'll give the last word to you.
I just don't know what the fuck was going on. Like in all reality, because it was like everything I said, and I'm like, bro, like why? Why did?
Why
And
a little
it
jealous?
was like everybody was agreeing with what I was saying, but it was like when I said it, it was wrong.
Yeah,
Like I
that
was
was a
like,
problem.
but I thought we was cool. She was over here touching me, and I was like, okay.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
she was
sorry.
touching you.
There are weird
No,
bitches out there like
touching
that.
you.
No, she was touching me
thought
the whole
she was
time, and I was like,
like,
she's
why
like,
did she
bitches
keep
act like
touching
your
me?
friend.
Yeah.
What the?
And hate you.
And she
And
kept
they-
saying, "Oh, she's so beautiful,
same
though. I
time.
love her, though."
Yeah,
bitch, bitch.
No, yeah, it was
fucking
giving
opinion,
like
bitch.
it was giving secret animosity.
Yeah, it
It
was.
is.
She was jealous. Like,
Yeah.
I can
There
see
are
it.
females
You
out
gotta
I've
go.
been being quiet though. When y'all told me to stop talking, I've shut up.
But we've had to say it a million times, and it's extremely annoying. It takes away from the
I
show.
only respond when you guys ask something.
Okay, so the chat's saying they want you gone, so you
Yeah.
gotta go.
Normally, when girls get kicked off, it is such a big ordeal. So, this is why I don't think Alexis had a bad attitude or any of that. Because whenever she got kicked out, she got up. Yeah, she was talking her stuff or whatever, but she got up and left. She didn't physically accost Myron or anybody. Very unproblematic.
It wasn't even that night.
Okay.
Well, this isn't awkward at all.
Wait,
Happy one year anniversary, guys.
oh yeah.
Go ahead.
on point.
Trying to keep him entertained.
Daddy, yeah, right there. Keep playing with my clit.
If you ask me, Alexis isn't the bimbo here. Did you hear how they were all sounding? Disgusting. Alexis wasn't by her mic at that point, so that wasn't Alexis making all that noise and carrying on like a freaking animal in heat. So, moving on to my next example to show how black women set themselves up every single time.
Hold on. I'm gonna be honest, because see, JR not gonna say it, and nobody else on this panel was not gonna say it. But you know, I don't care. I'm gonna say exactly what I say. The only time that Courtney and Kay aligns is when Amira starts
We're
talking.
not.
And
Well,
so-
that's not. It's not an alliance. Well,
just got a
hold on.
Y'all don't even want to let me finish saying what I'm gonna say.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all get so riled up at the very mention of her name, and I'm not sure.
No
what
one does. No one does. No one
Me-
does. You
me
want it that
It's
way.
so
argument.
it's
You
so
want it that
obvious.
way.
It's not. I didn't want anything. I didn't ask the question. I didn't say nothing. I'm just,
Okay,
even the
go
lead
ahead.
was sitting there laughing at the question, like he was laughing at your reactions
We're
too.
having a talk.
Ain't
We're
nobody.
having a conversation about
Nope.
feminism,
Okay, so let's have a
and this is a
conversation
good
about the reality.
conversation.
Let's have a conversation about the reality of who you guys are. Y'all never came together. And as a matter of fact, y'all was at odds at the very beginning of this show about a lot of the different conversations. And the only time that y'all align, or the only time that y'all start teaming up as the Powerpuff Girls, is when Amira
Oh,
start
that's
talking.
true.
No. Let's
That's
be
not
real.
true.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
So do
You're
you
right now.
ladies
You're
not like
right.
Amira, or what's the
No.
dynamic here?
So don't. Anton is putting on a show, and you're absolutely false.
I'm putting on the show.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
absolutely
God.
are. So here's the thing. Me
Ray
and
Charles
Kay,
could see
hold
this.
on, sir, please. Me and Kay
I
were
didn't even get to
at
finish
odds.
what I was saying, but it's cool.
Well, I'm answering the lead's question.
So we had a blue-haired, quote-unquote, ratchet named Alexis, and now we have two college-educated black women, Kay and Courtney. All of them are in the exact same boat. Lauren, the lady in the bottom right, is a quiet person, which is exactly why she's not included in this debacle. Kay and Courtney don't understand the assignment. They both should have known exactly what time it was when Lapeef and Anton brought Amira onto this panel. And this is the problem with the majority of black women, regardless of their standing in society. Whether they're a ratchet, a baby mama, or an educated Christian, they all fall for the same setup every single time. I agree with a lot of what Amira says and how she carries herself, but I also agree with Courtney and Kay's point, questioning the intent and the purpose behind bringing Amira on the panel in the first place. The males knew exactly how both of them would act in this situation, and they used it against Kay and Courtney. This reminds me of when I was in middle school, and high school for that matter. A lot of the black boys would orchestrate or instigate scenarios between the girls and just sit back and laugh and enjoy the foolery that they created, seeing the girls fight with themselves. Very insidious. When I was listening to the Three Muslims podcast, it was such a breath of fresh air to hear young, handsome men standing in their masculine frame as they say. Let's take a listen.
All right, that's fair. Bismillah. I want to talk about a point you mentioned before, and I think it's actually a really good point about kind of when you put it all on the women, you take the responsibility away from the men. And I think that's very true, and that is definitely what's happening nowadays.
As a black woman, I see how non-black women aren't judged as a monolith like black women are for terrible behavior committed by individuals. Non-black women have the privilege of the benefit of the doubt in mostly all situations. Non-black women don't get typecasted with negative stereotypes like black women do. Lately, we see more males saying all women are like that, but no particular race of women, non-black women, are being put on Front Street as a collective like black women are. Lorena Bobbitt cutting off her husband's member did not negatively affect all Latinas' reputation, and neither does all the other non-black women that are being recorded on lives acting crazy and loony as hell.
Came in here like a bitch in heat. Okay, so I know it was your experience.
Listen, I don't give a shit what she thinks. But what you guys are seeing here is that she's continuing the name calling, even though I went respectful. So you can continue to act like the pit bull you are. I'm going to keep my cool because the mask is off. We know who you are. You're loudmouth.
Right, and you're a bitch ass nigga.
Yep, you got that right.
The mask are off. The mask are off.
Absolutely.
You're a bitch ass bitter nigga. It's okay that you guys run
Jesus,
rampant.
the N-word. Gosh.
I think lead attorney is so cute. But did you see how that other black man clicked off when she said that? Imagine if every black person was like that. You know, oh, I let this person call me the N-word and that. He clicked off. Nope. He wanted no parts of it. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Aside from that, all the black women during this live stream that were supporting that, I think she's Puerto Rican, that female. What's her Cash App? oh, giving her kudos and thumbs up. It's like, do you know she thinks you're the same thing that she thinks of him? Like, get it together, Black women. Come on. It just further drives home my point that Black women and Black people, really, they don't know where they stand, where to stand, and what to stand for. Another example of how Black women generally are counterproductive to the advancement of the collective.
Hi, Cynthia. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I wanted to say one thing that Black women should be held accountable for is a sisterhood or lack thereof. I really think that would change a lot of things for Black women.
Isn't our responsibility to have a sisterhood with other Black women? Is that something that we said that we were going to do?
I think so. I think we should, because
I'm not asking you what we should do. Accountability in the context of what you're saying is saying that it was our obligation to do a sisterhood and we didn't. Then the accountability comes in. So I'm not asking you what we should do. When did Black women agree to be in a sisterhood? When did we say we were going to do that?
It's not that we agreed, it's just that our race.
So then ma'am, you cannot be held accountable for something that you did not agree to do. There has to be an agreement there. If we didn't agree to do it, you cannot be held accountable. We didn't say we were going to do it. You think we need a sisterhood? Why don't you just start one?
I'm just going to read through some of the comments, and I want you to take note of how many times they ask about my womanhood. I will only be accountable for my actions, nobody else's. She's projecting her need for friends. Someone down there at the bottom kind of gets what I'm saying. Some Dusties don't agree to take care of their kids, but they still need to be held accountable. I see where she's coming from. Thank you. Being the same race doesn't make you my sister. You have to be a complete idiot to think that if you're Black. Like, come on. She's having a conversation so that we can collectively join hands. Yes. I'm not sure if she's being sarcastic or not, but yes. Obviously, she's outside the code. Next caller, is this really a man? I can hear through her voice she's non-select, or this is a man in the gay community. I like that first comment. Girl, nah, I'm not about to have a fake sisterhood with strangers. That says so much. That's the problem that we have. Talking with no logic. Is she crying? Why does she sound like she about to cry? Oh Lord, lady, please hang up. I mean, I could go on, but I find this very interesting because a few weeks later, the same lady had to say this about a sisterhood.
Black historians said we need to understand that if we see a majority of sisters struggling, we are all struggling. We should stand in solidarity with them until most are no longer in the struggle. That's sisterhood. I agree.
And this brings me back to blue-haired Alexis. What if the three other Black women would have understood the true definition of a sisterhood? They could have shown her some compassion, empathy, and maybe even called out the unfair treatment Alexis was receiving. Like I said before, a simple, come on, y'all, you know she's turned up because it's her birthday or something like that, right?
The more successful we get, the less attractive Black women become. It's basic math. But something Black women have started saying to simultaneously shame us for dating outside of our race and shaming white girls is exactly what Cece here just said. White girls do it too. In other words, all the fuckery that Black women get up to with lying and the cheating and the bad behavior, multiple baby daddies and all the rest of that, white girls do the same shit. You want to know something? They're right. They're right, gentlemen. White girls do it too. White girls do lie. White girls do cheat. White girls do engage in fuckery on a higher level than even Black women. White girls do have multiple baby daddies. White girls are every bit as bitchy, deceitful, and dishonest and they are as out of pocket as black women. And in a lot of cases, most cases, they actually do it to a higher degree than even black women do.
I really hope that black women have learned their lesson about constantly professing who they want to be with in bed or for any other reason, because anytime we call out unfair treatment, we're accused of shaming them for not wanting us. Even capuchin monkeys will reject unequal treatment. How long are we going to have to keep taking this?